Hello and welcome back to Core Finance. I'm Matt Brown, joined by Ronnie Chopra, Chief Market Strategist at FIXI Markets. Now we're going to talk about Tesco, but before we start, gold star for you. You obviously have Goldman Sachs' ear. As they've upgraded Tesco, you've been on recently banging the drum on this particular stock. Congratulations.
Thank you.
More to come?
Well, you give me praise for Tesco, but the one that should get me a headmaster's star is Macys, which was below $20 just maybe, 2-3 weeks ago, and just now over 25. So, yeah, 25-30% rise
Good of
in a few weeks, isn't
end of term report for you so far then, Ronnie. With regards to Tesco's, seems that 2018 may be a better year
I think
for
so.
them.
Obviously, they're laggards over a 5-10 year period. In the last 10 years, Tesco's have fallen approximately 50%, whereas the FTSE's obviously gone up a fair chunk. And also in the last 5 years, they're down about 30% from where they were. They have their concerns. The competition from Aldi and Lidl has obviously taken a massive hit on their profits and their market share. But there have been some major changes recently. The acquisition of Booker, which got the go-ahead a few weeks ago, I think that could be a catalyst to drive it higher, because there are going to be synergy savings of approximately £200 million a year. On top of that, the stronger pound is helping a company like Tesco because of the huge imports that Tesco carries out. And on top of that, the opportunity to increase margins is there. And by 2020, I think they're talking about, is it 2 or 3%, which company the size of Tesco, that's a huge profit boost. For every £1 spent in the high street, is it like 15 pence is in Tesco. So it's like
maybe
one
even more, yeah.
1 in 7 or 1 in 8, I think, is the ratio. And yes, they've underperformed considerably over the last 10 years. If they were double this 10 years ago, and they're getting their act together, obviously they're backed by decent property portfolio. We're seeing in the States also, retailers are kind of coming back into fashion, and with the equity markets a little jittery at the moment, companies like Tesco, the so-called laggards over the last couple of years, are getting some kind of favour. There is a little bit of a shift in rotation between sectors, and Tesco, being the biggest retailer in the UK, cutting costs, major beneficiary due to also economies of scale, they've got an opportunity to do well, I think.
So if you're going to be in the retail space, probably Tesco's
Yeah,
is
I mean,
the place
I
to go.
like Sainsbury's as well, obviously with the whole Qatar interest, and Sainsbury's were bid for a couple of times in the last 10-12 years. Share prices 2.5-3 times where they are now, so it baffles me that the likes of Sainsbury's and Tesco are still so low, but as they say, every dog has its day.
Indeed. Well, on that note, well, hopefully some more upside for Tesco, but in the meantime, Ronnie Chopra, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.